Pesos, and this is Monday through Saturday 7 to 9, Sunday 8 to 9, 221 Broadway, News Lake, 509-765-4177, WW Micro Market, and Bistro.com. The appetizers and tacos and salads, and also specialty sandwiches, and pasta, steak, seafood, also bacon burger and a California chicken burgers associated with the also the side orders you can be ordered pasta, steak, or seafood. These they have noodles, chicken, broccoli, potato, shrimp, steak and bistro mac and cheese, steak and shrimp, grilled salad. Now the bistros, that's Washington Potato, Concord, Lam Weston, also Stone O'Connor, and also the Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, and Bowles Road, Findlay, Washington, where they have the biggest freezer containment unit ever to mankind. All these various sources they have refrigeration, freezing points, and also the railroad cars are connected with the CHS, Cenex. Cenex is Lewiston, Idaho, Wisconsin, Montana, Laurel, and also the fuel mileage and correspondence for the freighting and transporting of the fuels. And the biggest fuel company provides service in the world, which is the dollar value. The dollar value from the year from that has been greater, and they've lost millions and becoming in the billions of kicking out and moving all the students and the graduates out of work, and they have no more use for them because our dollar value has gone up. Now the dollar value has gone up, so the Chinese family members are up to the billion. And it's millions of family members who are going back, lost their jobs in the factories, lost their jobs in the entrepreneurship businesses. What they're creating seriously is no more longer existing, and they're kicked out of population and moved back in population under household of mother and father and great grandfather, because they can't be handle the dollar value because of Felix Barela. The administration office at the WYMAN originally Potato Boy. Potato Boy is straight with the donut shops, ratios, Starbucks, and also the assessments they got for originally Dunkin' Donuts, cream, coconut cream, and the cream of Slurry's, and Slurry's pie, cheesecake, and also pumpkin cheesecake, and also peppercorn, peach cobbler, and so on. This recipe they got for the rock top, and also which is $3,000 that was paid for the property. Now it's called the rock top. It used to be hummus, and they don't have no hummus no more. Now it's basically clam chowder and the veggie burgers and assessments they got for the facility. Thompson Black, an owner of the property, was Golden Corral, not Golden Corral, but Country Corral, Golden Corral, Granny's Buffet. A long time ago, before that was a buffet facility, meat facility, correspondence facility, salad, and it's a Smorgies, basically a deli, 24-hour buffet, morning, afternoon, and night. And now it's a rock top. Now, Congress Line Western has extensions in Richland, Washington, and also McCain's, Mr. Senator Roberto McCain, Senator John McCain, Megan McCain. They have expansion in Othello, Washington. They expand that out, and it's connected to the services on Lee Boulevard. And Lee Boulevard has the expansions for McCain's. Tater Boy, Lamb Weston, is expanding in Richland, and the expansion in the Bowles Road, Findlay, Washington, which is the biggest refrigeration plants on the planet, import-export process, and they called it and outported and exported Walmart, imported, exported Winco, imported, exported Japan, imported, exported China, exported Pakistan, imported, exported Saudi Arabia. Dollar value goes up because we protect all these foreign countries because it's our product, our products, our shipment, our contract. So the dollar value's gone up. So the dollar value gone up. So that's 1 million going on 1 billion population that has no more jobs, no more opportunity, and they go back to mother and father's house. Even if they're master, graduates, or interpreterships in the assistance lines, the dollar value's gone up. And there is a George Washington portrait that's on the wall, George Washington house that's on the front lawn, George Washington lumber that's on the lawn, and Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Pentagon that's outside my lawn. And it has, the dollar value's gone up. So the appetizers, the Sunny Farms, Sunny Delight, which is a canola that's in the John Deere Evergreen Implement equipment. And John Deere has a finalized pro drive to finalize the canola, the peas, also edible beans, and also it's shipped and processed and put in the grain, processed and processed and put in the train, and then shipped up, exported to China, Japan, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, and India. These services they provide on dollar value, they have Protection Act, and also the wall that go in around all 5 borders of Mexico and whatnot. These services for the wall and implements is going up. That's Sunset Acres on Highway 26, and that's Bruce and the owners of John Deere Evergreen Implement. John Deere Moline, Illinois is a factory, and of course Nebraska, Cozad, Nebraska, and North Platte, where Air Force landed and took all their Air Force equipment, landing gear, and that's me, Felix Barela, and that's the first name, last name, and at the Washington House, and Afraid of Washington, and that's me on the wall, the portrait, and that's me, mother and grandpa on the wall, and that's the gangbanger they killed, Tupac, and that's Lola at the Yakka Reservation gunning down the entire Black Panther family in downtown Los Angeles. And it's on youth span, 150, 80 amps, and also the rotor breaker systems that were shut down here in Moses Lake, shut down in Othello, Washington, that they're setting up for a natural disaster hub so they can import, export services with our nuclear power. this whole state is covered. They'll have no power. We have nuclear power, so they're hooking up their services for the Natural Disaster Act, for the enactments for the Washington State and federal guidelines. We're officially providing you 3 meals a day, recreation activity, and funding and benefits for your mouth, so you can use the bathroom, which is used to your used for benefit policy and regulation of the states and organizations. Even if you're Mr. Donald Trump, only Trump, because Roberta Barela, and you had sex with Roberta and you're not free because you're living in the household, which is a sets out for nuclear power versus general nuclear power. And there's especially they got, for the dollar value has gone up since the patients and the outcome patients and the manifest for the outlets that connect to nuclear power, they have the consequences of Lamb Weston. The water auxiliary rights, hydraulics in the dams, and also the grain elevator, the barge connects into the oil refinery that's underneath the Columbia Bridge, Columbia Blue Bridge, and Columbia Bridge, and Cable Bridge, and Green Bridge, which were lasered and taken down by the official crew that did a natural disaster with the San Francisco Bridge snapping and breaking, and similar pieces that had to be replaced for the San Francisco Bridge for the natural earthquake disaster that the whole crew walked out on. Donald Trump filed bankruptcy, and he lost his crews and members and welders and beneficiaries and also household owners and partners and business owners, multi-billionaire owners. Bill Gates. And Bill Gates is Roberta Barela's main FUCK, and same with Donald Trump, the FUCK. Mr. Jason Trigger, and goes over to Donald Trump's administration, which is his son, and they go to the Hooter bar, description, and he's still bribing prostitute solicitation, and that's Mr. Yates killing all the prostitutes during the duration, because there's no passing individuals like that taking advantage of Mr. Jason Trigger from Buffalo, New York, and Amy Trigger, Amy Mueller, Amy Fox, Jamie Corey, and also Ryan Fox and Thomas Fox, and also Terry Fox and Janelle Trigger. And the headstones have plots that are still there. First name, last name, and beneficiaries to the effect separating your tailgates. So, very sad thing for Lamb Weston to deal with the dysfunctional family members. So they specialize in the dollar value since the predecessors and assessments they have for their arrangement, wedding arrangement, and funeral arrangements, which are open casket, closed caskets with the Grand Canyon, and also the bistros in the reservations where Lola Hernandez officially served every individual. Same with Samuel Hernandez, call him Limpy, has 1 foot, no fingers, no feet, in a wheelchair. Just like Mr. Eugene F. Brown, 9 tours of Vietnam, McCain, George Bush, Barbara Bush, and they all drink and smoke weed, and also arbitrary cocaine, methamphetamine, and they shoot up. And they pretty much have the consequences of getting their eyes and limbs and glaucoma and their body parts just slim because they're exposed to drugs 7 days a week, and that's all they do. That's the administration office they have with Lamb Weston expansion. Bowles Road, the biggest freezer complex, so we provide service for all the international trades. That dollar value has gone up. That freezer, the detainment, which stops for aging, stops them for rotting, stops from freeze burning, and there's containment unit goes 0 to -40, -65. Those different additional discrepancies on that. The storage facilities that can be imported, exported, and provide service without any downtime, and the fast food business, McDonald's, Burger King, Jack in the Box, Wendy's, there's Denny's, and there's Sherry's restaurant, providing service with cheesecake and slurry stripe cheesecake, the New York cheesecake, and also varieties of peach cobbler, apple pie, apple sweet pie, and apple cucumber pie, and also the accessories they got for the upcoming potato, mashed potatoes, and peas and craters. So that's going to be the triple dipper. The triple dipper is going to consider that they have a reevaluate the dollar value, which has been stolen and betrayed by the ISIS Taliban, and the achievements of Mr. Of course, would you have him upstairs residing on a discrepancy with the diplomatic immunity, whatever they say. The casino has the right to print money. The United States of America has the right to print money, and all the casinos and rights of first name, last name, especially have their right president, especially in number 5 bankruptcy in your life, and providing services for the household members that are dysfunctional members in itself, and handing out handouts to them because they're either alcoholic or admitting that they're a drug addict, admitting that they're a police officer that needs help. Police officer needs advocates to assisting other assistants, and handing out the other handouts to initiate a signatures as a campaign or fraudulent put a individual in a household where they can collect benefits, and that would fit the dollar value is going up for one reason. They're pretty much all of them are homeless, and they're pretty much will say anything, do anything, just to wiggle themselves into a benefit and eventually position themselves into a job discrepancy where they can collect their household. Like we can witness it, the processing they got for here at Lamb West, and all the employees you can see. They got fired, and they got hired and replaced, and it's a high turnover rate. For that reason is there are a bunch of opiates or because they're drug addicts or convicted criminal convicts that nothing but solicitate and use their skills that they have, the street skills, because of the 10 years of recession because of the other criminal Muslim that was the president of the United States of America. And as SAH surface, everything surfaces. As you can see, the dollar value gone up. The salad bar and the food court at all Simon's malls, off the States and Canada, the dollar value gone up. The side of salad on the salad bar is considering a weight, the ounce in each vehicle, Peterbilt, Volvo, and also Kennewick, and all Freightliner, Volvo are on scale, constantly for every dollar value. Instead of parking it on the concrete and off the set scale, ripping off the system, the train just to use the CDL or Class A license, or going Mr. Vasquez and appreciating the dollar value outlet on the mileage, incoming destination date, ticket, everything you put on the pallet, which we're at 3,500 pallets on the fourth day. And the import services they have for discrepancy delivering it by in person, and discrepancy signing tickets for fraudulence and activities, and dollar value's gone up. Anyways, you got these convicted and prosecuted individuals that have access to the salad bar. And they have the awesome chicken oil salad, steak salad, blackened salmon, head salad, chicken cashew salad, the Asian salad, hot rotate salad, chicken sear salad, market cod salad, cuisine, Mediterranean sheep salad. And there is a catering to go as well. And don't forget the sandwich platter, sage, roast beef, honey ham, chicken cranberry, and salad cookies. And there's a kids meal with the 2 cheeseburgers, slide grilled cheese, little mac cheese, and chicken and rice. And that's really popular on Monday through Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. Sunday, 8 to 9 p.m. At 22 West Broadway, Lake Washington. This is WWMichael Market and Bistro.com. And that's Facebook, YouTube on Sunday, 8 to 9. Very popular day on that. There's appetizer night, which has the blue cheese dip, the opportunity helper dip, and the chicken and veggie quesadilla, and the black salmon sand taco, and the curry shrimp taco, steak taco, and the cod slider. As you can see, it's pretty concept prices are fit, as the gourmet burger. It's a 1/2 Kobe beef burger, which is a bistro homemade chip. Phenomenal. That is very popular. Hawaiian chicken burger, the Flame Firehouse, the Just a Burger, Mike's Ultimate Burger, and the California Chicken Burger. They're big in the California Chicken Ordinance on there for their dose of diversion class, where they act like they had never been in prison in their life, but they're convicted felon from prison, wandering here in the midst of Washington, Idaho, welcome messing with the fuel lines over here in Oregon, Salem, and over at the Lewiston, Idaho, trying to say it's their land, and it's called Tater Boy. And the understanding of the misfunction family members is probably the first thing that came out of the mouth, because they only have the misunderstanding of going back and relapsing and getting processed out of prison again, or getting a life sentence, and hoping that their mother or children, immediate family come to see them, but they'll just go over there and put them in a cremator and insert them and put them on front lines and have them processed just like any individual hospice case. But you're only 18 years old.